The, the next command that I want to talk about them is the fillet and chamfer. We talk about the fillet and chamfer in 2D and how they work, and this time I want to uh, show them in 3D. So let me go back to the word coordinate system. So in 2D, you have this fillet command sitting here and the chamfer command here, and we use them in 2D. We can use this also for 3D, and if you come here, click on the solid on the top tab here, solid, um, and then you will see here you have the edge fillet, and if you click on the arrow beneath that, you have um, the chamfer for the edge, or the top is the fillet for the edge. So what it's similar to what we did on the 2D, but right now it's gonna do it for the 3D. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. So first, let me draw. So I will go to front view. Um, so I will draw a polyline. Sorry, the polyline. Start from 0, 0, and I will go for 100 to the right. Then I will go example 50 up, 50 to the left, 50 up, again 50 to the left, and then I click close. So this is what I have. So let me go back to let's make it this way, it's easier. So and then I go back to Word. So I choose the press pull, select that, and I'm gonna extend it for 100. So it's a 3D object I have. Now I'm gonna show you how we can use it for doing the fillet and chamfer. So if I click here on this again, the solid tab up here, and then I can choose the fillet edge. So if I select on this 3D fillet, first of all, if you already assigned a radius, so you're okay, you can go ahead and select it. But usually you need to come here and select the radius, what radius you want, the radius of your fillet. So if you click on the radius, you can come here and, for example, choose the radius you want. So here I'm gonna choose 10, press enter, and then it says, okay, choose the edge that you want to do the fillet. So if I assume I want to do it on this one, if I click on that one, it's going to create a fillet, and if I press enter, so and then enter again, so you will see that it's created a fillet on that edge for me. So if I go here and make it solid so you can see it better, so yeah, so you can see it created a fillet on that edge for me. So any edge you choose is going to create a fillet on that edge. It gives you some other options. If I come here and again go ahead and click on the fillet, and then assume I select the again the radius, enter for example by this time 15, and select enter. So you can see you have the loop and chain. For the loop is that if I click the loop, it's gonna create a fillet on all the edges that contain the edge you chose. So let me show you here. So if I select the loop, and then I come here and select this edge, so you see it make blue all the edges on the very top. It means that if I press enter, it's gonna create a fillet on all those edges. I can go ahead and say, if I select the next, it's gonna select the next loop that contain that edge that I just chose. So if I select next, it's gonna select this one this time. So it's gonna create a fillet on all these edges. So if I click on the accept either here or here, or press just enter, it's going to create the fillet on all these ones. So if I click on that, you'll see, and then press enter again, and press enter, you'll see it create a fillet on all the on the loops that contain the edge that I originally selected. The other command, the other option that it has is that if I go and click on the fillet, and again select the radius and select it, again assume that's a 10 I want, and then I can choose the chain, and the chain, when I choose the chain, is going to create a fillet between edges that are tangent to each other. So here, for example, if you look at this one here, this one is eventually is tangent to this top edge here, and is going to be tangent to this edge here. So if I select that one, it's going to also select all the one that are tangented to that edge. So if I select that, it select this horizontal one and this vertical one as well. And if I press enter and enter again, it's going to create a fillet on all the edges that are tangent to each other. So that's how we can do the fillet. Similar to fillet, also we have here, if you click on that arrow down there, we have the chamfer. And for the chamfer, is as you can see, instead of you having a curved edge, you're gonna have the slanted straight edge goes from one surface to another surface. So in fillet, you have the curved surfaces go from one surface to another surface. In chamfer, instead of the curve, it's just straight slanted surface go from one surface to another surface. So here, if I click on the chamfer, then I can come here and click on distance. And if I click on the distance, it basically says what's the distance on the first surface, and then what's the distance on the second surface. So assume on the first surface I want it to be, for example, 20, and on the second surface I want it to be 10, and I will show you where they are, and then press enter. Now it says select the edge, and if I select that edge and then press enter, you will see it's going to create it that slanted surface. So this distance here, this horizontal distance is 20, and this vertical distance is 10. So this is the first and this is the second distance I enter. So it's gonna do that. You can, if I press enter, it's gonna select this, and it's gonna be finished. So let me show you. So if I press enter, so that's done. So that slanted surface is there. But let me go back and show you. There's another adjustment you can do when you're drawing it. So when you click on the chamfer here, and again click on the distance, and for the first on the distance on the first surface, assume 20, and on the second surface is 10, and then I select the edge, and then I press enter. Now you can look at here, I have two arrows. I can choose select those arrows and play with them to change the distance if the distance is not what I want. So if I select this one, and you see it's right now 20, and I can move it to any other value I want. So assume I want to move it, for example, to 25, or here on the second one, if I select the second one, you see it's on 10, and I can move it to any distance I wanted. So for example, this time I want it to be on 15, so I can move it on 15, and then I press enter. It's going to create that slanted surface for me. So this chamfer and fillet is very handy when you have the when you draw a 3D drawing, and then you want to either curve the edge like here, or you want to slanted the edge like here. So you can use these two commands to make those modification in your drawing.